Hey everybody, I had an issue and couldn't see this movie until like an hour and a half ago. So, obviously it's very dark where I am right now, so I'm just going to have a steady stream of pictures going, and we'll see if that works. If it does, tell me, maybe I'll do this more often. If not, well, hey, at least it's not like the Escape film incident. Cue title scene. Big Hero 6 is a 2014 Marvel superhero film that actually isn't done by Marvel Studios, it's done by Disney Animated Studios. This is the same group that brought to us the amazing Wreck-It Ralph and the personally very underwhelming Frozen. Yay. So needless to say, going into this movie, I was very curious. I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know if it would be good, bad, cheesy, more for adult. I didn't know if the CGI would just feel like a gimmick or if it would actually be really good. I wasn't sure where this film was going to go. Then I saw it, and I gotta say, this movie is excellent. This has been a great year for animated films. Just everything from How to Train Your Dragon 2 and the Lego Movie. It really has been a good year to be into animation, which luckily I am, and a good year to be a comic book fan. I've never read Big Hero 6, don't even really know what it's about, so I'm going into this movie with fresh eyes. And because it really worked, I know that Big Hero 6 is a combination of like anime and manga mixed in with American comic books. And that becomes very obvious when you realize this film is set in San Francisco. Why is it that? What's going on here? Who cares? Because you are pulled right into this movie thanks to our main character, Hiro. He's a very likable little guy. He's fun. He gets his own good one-liners. But it also helps that he's got his sidekick, Baymax, the giant fluffy robot balloon guy thing. And I'm going to be totally honest here. Remember Olaf from Frozen? Yeah, Olaf can go suck it. Baymax is hilarious. He makes this movie work. He's just this very fun, innocent guy built by Hiro's brother. I won't spoil what goes on with that character, but it's really good and compelling. He's very funny. He's very heartfelt. You feel for this character. There's a real sense of sympathy and emotion put into these two, and they carry this whole film. It's not a very long movie, but it is very hard in a film that has to obviously introduce the characters, get our action going, as well as involve our drama, to just hinge it on two characters, one of which really only talks, more with a very monotone, very sensible seriousness. But that's kind of why it works. It's just such a beautiful dynamic. Every time these two spoke, I was really involved. And essentially, how this movie works is you have Hiro and Baymax, and Hiro's a genius. Like I said, the brother builds Baymax. And the idea is that Hiro decides to show off an invention he makes called nanobots off to a science fair where our bad guy, who this might be the most badass comic book villain of the year, I'm not even kidding, basically steals the nanobots, and Hiro must team up with four other kids, hence term Big Hero 6, to go save the day. And this film, like I said, it is actually very intense. It's very action-filled. It's very drama, very heartfelt. All of that comes together in a way that works so good because even though it's a Disney animated film, it does treat itself very much like a Marvel film. It has that right combination of humor and seriousness that keeps you in every moment and fully adventure and full just high octane. Some might complain, say the first half's a little too much with the characters, second half is a little too much with just the action. I thought that worked perfectly. I thought there were a couple moments where it did go slow, which is weird because the movie's only 90 minutes. But overall, I saw parents and kids all really invested in what they were watching. No one in the theater was like, when's this going to end? Everyone was really excited. So was I. I thought this film was amazing. I do have a couple complaints. One being, obviously, like I said, it does have a couple points where it goes slow. I felt like there were some scenes where they could have gone a bit more intense with what they were doing. I felt like they did hold back for children. And the movie sort of had the same problem I had with Guardians of the Galaxy, where I felt like there wasn't as much development all around for our other characters. I would have liked the other members of the Big Hero 6 to have gotten more development. They just felt like the backup crew, they were meant to just work with Hiro and Baymax, which is fine because it's their movie, but I would have liked for them maybe to do more or get more development. And it sucks because their designs, you really remember them. They all look interesting. They all have interesting ideas put into them. But I wish overall they could have had more. And I think the movie could easily have been another 10 or 15 minutes just to develop that. And we wouldn't have the slowdown issues. But other than that, this film is fun. It's exciting. It's action-packed. It's heartfelt. It's everything I want out of a good superhero movie, combined with animation that actually, for the first time since Disney's gone over to 3D, looks like it belongs in 3D. There was no part of this movie that took me out of the animation. I was always on board. I loved the music. I loved almost all of this movie. That's why I'm going to say Big Hero 6 is a 9 out of 10 on the superhero film scale. That's right, because this is a superhero movie, bitches. And yeah, pretty happy. And what did you go for? This is, as far as I could tell, the last superhero movie of the year. So what was your favorite? You know, between our Spider-Mans, our Ninja Turtles, they were all, I liked them all. And did you? So just leave that comment along with if you like me just doing pictures. And as always, click to like and click to subscribe, because next time you can see me.